also check it. So Canadia Wars The Titans Returns is pretty much done. That mistake Hasbro and Machinima made, it's got its season 2 finale. So we gotta move on, we gotta be new, we gotta be hip. And what better way to teach us to be hip than with jazz? This can't go wrong in any political way, right? Right? You like jazz? You're gonna love this groovy Autobot. You know it because his character is music or something. That's how you know he's a sly fucko. You've activated my Prime card. Jazz transforms into a Porsche-inspired vehicle, not necessarily like his Generation 1 model, as I've heard multiple times. But hey, Generations and Classics is partly about remaking or modernizing from an original inspiration. If I'm gonna complain about this, then Generations Cup is gonna get an earful. Taking obvious panel lines out of the question, I love the way this looks. It's so smooth and pops, especially with the bright color scheme. But why stop the stripes here? Cause you got bored? At least we get some decos on the side with the Energon logo. Number 4 that's inverted in colors on the front. Autobot Jazz label and the clearly non-political, harmless Autobot logo. Because, I mean, you know, why not? Clear plastic is the enemy, and Jazz uses plenty of it for the hood and top section, covered in white paint that doesn't match the molded white. I understand the canopy, and the light blue painted underneath the headlights is a nice effect, but mess with it too much and it's fear factor. Wait, that might not be paint, might be cocaine, cause apparently I do drugs. You can add weapons to any of the 3 ports, including the Prime Armor, which can be used as, I think, cannons or reversed as boosters. Compared to the reveal the Shield's car, I like both of them, but if it wasn't for the panel lines, I think Power of the Primes takes it. I love the dome cockpit, long length, giant spoiler, and the shaping just feels retro. But can you use the boombox? No? Well, is this really a Jazz then? Have I been duped? You can add Prime Masters to the pegs on the back, but why? And yes, there's already a crack. Clear plastic! Overall, I dig it. Certainly not a perfect alt mode, but I like the concept alone. Robot mode! In robot mode, Jazz looks pretty good. I'm loving the colors, legs look great, chest is fine, head is fantastic. Come here, baby. It's too bad he's, well, not great. I think the arms could use some paint, however, I'll give it points since I thought the arm panels would be too distracting. Surprisingly, I'm not that bothered, but maybe I'm distracted by the shoulders that's complete ass. Too loose for my taste and fails to hold the weight of the Prime Armor. Oh man, the wiggle in the knees. Jazz, you like dancing, I get it, but you can't get too loose. What is this, Space Jam? I don't get it either. Let's get into the accessories. He includes a little gun somewhat based on the original design painted in silver, and the Prime Armor of... we didn't even try. In Power of the Primes, you could take the Prime Masters, which are just Titan Masters basically, and add them to the armor to give the figure extra power-ups. Each distinct Prime gives the character a different ability, as listed on the 12 different cards you can get for a toy. You can add the armor to the chest, and I think I feel it kicking. This is completely stupid and pointless, but I can't help but smile when I remove the plate to add a face. It's a pathetic smile, but a smile either way. You can plug it in the hand as... I think it's a weapon, or my preference, added to the side of the arm as some sort of shield. Man, Hasbro, giving your best effort, right? It's sad when Canadia Wars did it better. Oh, and the panel can be used as a gun. I think it's a gun. This is dumb. One could say, shithole. Though you can release the fingers for comfort grip. Did someone say, articulation? No, faggot. Oh. Ball jointed head, shoulders down and in, forward and back, ball jointed elbows, wrist has pity rotation, waist rotation, ball joint hips, rotation below, knee moves, and the foot can lock out of place. It's no secret, the reveal the Shield's figure is miles better. Despite the chest that won't reveal the shields just feels more complete and more grounded with itself. Also, actual fucking door wings as opposed to the sloppy bastard. Oh, here's a tip. Don't flatten the backpack before tabbing the chest because it won't line up. Leave some room, tab the chest down, and then rest the back kibble. If you don't do this, you're gay. Another tip, make sure that the joints are up like this. You gotta move them down like that. In leg mode, you basically lower the front of the car and tab the arms to these gaps. It's not a solid connection, but I can work around it. I don't think it's a bad look, but unlike the Combiner Wars weapons, this doesn't form a foot. I can't tell if that's another reason to hate it. In arm mode, you didn't even fucking give a shit. The arm supposedly tabs into the body, but they slip out way too easily. I think they said at Hascon that they learned a lot from Combiner Wars. Did you know? I guess the hand actually has a function, you know, being an actual fucking hand. Alright, let's distract everyone from SeaWorld for a second. If you know what I'm talking about, go to this time code to skip this. If you don't know, underneath the Autobot logo on these panels is Cybertronic symbols that translate into MAGA. And because we're in 2018, people connected the dots to Trump. Sounds stupid, right? Well, MAGA is the acronyms for Make America Great Again, something Donald Trump promoted during his run. What? They support Trump? What fucking low, never buy. Shut the fuck up for a second. Before you go crying to Hasbro, reportedly this was the works of a third party. And before you say, well, Hasbro still allowed it, it's in Cybertronics. In tiny writing. You think every person at Hasbro's gonna catch on, and in its defense, maybe it's a coincidence. In the cartoon, Jazz won a race on an alien planet, but the announcer said manga. So, this could be an Easter egg, even misspelled. I've seen the Easter egg on Sea Spray spelled with 2 N's and 1. Hey, nobody said it wasn't. All I heard Hasbro say was it was the works of a third party. For argument's sake, let's say it's referencing Make America Great Again. Jazz needs a red hat now. Please, someone, Shapeways, I don't give a single tit and ass if you like Trump or hate Trump. That's not the issue, no matter how many times someone will tell me otherwise. This is an issue on politics on the kid's toy. It's a fucking kid's toy. It doesn't belong there. That goes double for you, Phantom Menace. Jazz might be cool, but even he knows that's absolutely stupid. Besides, they're too young to vote, idiot. I hate being political, but bring Corey back, he was fun. I don't think you should let it get to you. If you're seriously gonna pass this up just because of that, you might be a little too sensitive on the subject. It's in tiny writing, and not even in the English alphabet. I don't think your grandma's gonna call you a fucking pillock, so don't hate Jazz for that. Hate it cause it kinda sucks. Taking the prime bullshit out of the equation, Jazz isn't that great. Lots of issues to nitpick, and the fact that there's a better Jazz out there is not helping. However, I think it looks fine. And if you're having trouble finding the Reveal the Shields Jazz, and maybe you want a combiner one, I don't think there's any harm in this. As long as you know what you're getting into. 30 years later, this fucker's still cool as ice. A bad mama jamma, also Jazz for president.